Hey guys, welcome to the video. So today I am so excited just to sit down and share some music recommendations with you because we are going to be talking all about my Spotify Wrapped results for 2021. I know this came out on like December 1st, but I personally love sharing music. It's something I do a lot on my other social media platforms, and I don't do it enough here on YouTube. And I'm just like obviously completely obsessed with music, but I always look forward to seeing what I was obsessed with from the year. So in today's video, I'm going to share the results. You guys are going to see who my top artists were for the year, my top songs, all that good stuff. There's going to be a ton of music, a ton of recommendations. So I hope you discover somebody new today. And definitely let me know down in the comments what you guys got as your results. But I think that's pretty much everything. So let's just dive right into it. Okay, so it's always cool that they do this like little video and animation. Like I really like how Spotify kind of like curates your whole year in review. But the first thing that they had was your 2021 like movie soundtrack, which I want to say preface this whole thing by saying I knew I was going to get a lot of house music this year. I know I don't shut up about it, but I just have fallen like deeper and deeper down the rabbit hole of house. It's my favorite, but I do listen to a lot of other genres. Shockingly, I do listen to other music. Not a lot, but I do. So there were some surprises and some things I wasn't surprised by, but my movie soundtrack that I got, my opening credits would be Beauty Sleep by John Summit, and then my big kiss moment would be Bloody Valentine by Machine Gun Kelly, which I don't even remember at what point in 2021 I got into MGK, but at some point I became obsessed, and I really do listen to him like quite a bit. His whole album is really amazing. So outside of dance music, I do like to listen to him. And then the dance off scene would be Make Me Feel by John Summit. You guys are going to see a reoccurring theme here with Mr. John Summit this year, but it's safe to say that Tech House ruled my life. I listened to 31,000 minutes of music, which it says is 83% more than other people. But again, it's part of my job, so no surprises there. I don't know about you guys, but I can't have silence. It's like a problem. Like I always have to have something on in the background, whether it's my computer, the TV, my phone, a podcast. So I'm not surprised I streamed so much music. My number one song of the year was Make Me Feel by John Summit, which I played it 26 times. I remember I was obsessed with it when it came out, and I feel like some of these results get skewed because if you like binge listen to something, even if it's only for a week, I feel like that can throw off all your results because I feel like I got over that song pretty quickly, but still fire. So I'm going to play a little clip of it here. It's the way you look at- But you know, this was the year of Tech House, and you'll see some themes as we go further through this. Okay, top songs, and I highly recommend all of these if you guys are into house music. So Make Me Feel was number one. Free by Vintage Culture, Fancy Inc., and Roland Clark was number two. I thought there would be a lot more Vintage Culture on here, but I think I probably got into him like a little bit halfway towards the end of the year, and now he was my top artist of the year in my opinion. So Free by Vintage Culture was like the song of festival season. It was played at EDC like a million times. So fucking fire. I still love it. Listen to that one.
Free to touch, free to move.
Third was Ecstasy by Eli Brown and Solardo, but it was the Sosa remix. Fire. So fire. I've listened to that so many times. I'm going to play a clip of that here now. So that was that. 4 was Only the Gods, which is Disciples, Lee Foss, and Annabelle England. I remember over the summer, I would like take walks around the block and I would just keep replaying that song over and over again. These are all just like stanky house songs. And then number 5 was High on You by Matroda. Also a really big fan of Matroda. He was one of my favorite sets of the year for sure. So those are all my top tracks. The next thing that they showed, which I really thought was very special, they showed your audio aura, which is really cool. So the words that described me, it was kind of like purplish and orange. And the words that described me were euphoric and bold, which I really like that combination of words. I feel like that does describe me pretty well. Okay, and then no surprise here, my top tracks. Number 1 by far was Tech House. Hello. Basic bitch, love it. Number 2 was Progressive House. Number 3 was Bass House. Number 4 was Dance Pop. And number 5 was Melodic Dubstep. So, clearly we have a winner here, but Bass House was probably my favorite genre before Tech House took it over. Still love both of them very much. And then Dance Pop, this is where I listen to stuff like outside of dance music. I listen to a lot of like female pop singers like Demi Lovato, Miley Cyrus, Ariana Grande, Taylor Swift. Like, I just love my like female pop singers. So I do listen to a lot of that. Oh, Dua Lipa, hello. And then melodic dubstep like Hello, Seven Lions. I've got to get my William Black in there, my Nurko, all of that good stuff, Millennium. So that's where that kind of comes from. But those are all of the genres that I listened to this year. My top podcast of the year, just going to throw that in there, was Girls Gotta Eat. I think it was the top podcast for me the last 2 years, but I absolutely love Ashley and Raina, and I think they have such an amazing community, so no surprises there. And then as far as the rest of music goes, for my top artist of the year was John Summit. Of course, he absolutely popped off this past year. His career has just like skyrocketed. He plays everywhere and everything, and he's such a personality. So like, I love to follow him on Twitter. I think he's so funny. I streamed 218 minutes of him, and again, my top song was Make Me Feel. I did have the chance to see him at EDC, which I was so excited about, like finally seeing him. His EDC Orlando set was absolutely filthy, and it's on YouTube, so I will link it down below so you guys can check it out. But my other recommendations for artists, my number 2 was Gorgon City. They dropped their new album Olympia this year, which was my favorite album release of the year, so I highly, highly recommend you guys checking out Olympia. Gorgon City are some of the most talented producers out there, so love that. Number 3 was Sophie Tucker, which I was really excited to see them on here. I think this all kicked off because I interviewed them on the Festival Insider podcast like back in March of this year, which was like a very big moment for me. And I think that just sent me spiraling, and I just couldn't stop listening to their music. And they have just such an interesting like global sound. Like Sophie sings in different languages, and they have a whole live performance. So I still have not seen them live, but they were number 3. Number 4 was Medusa. I saw Medusa live so many times this year, so I think that was like directly correlated because the first show back I saw in May was Medusa in a club in Atlantic City, and then the second show I saw, which was the first show in New York City when like restrictions were lifted, was Medusa at the Brooklyn Mirage. So it was a very big Medusa year. And then lastly, Dom Dalla, just like the best vibes. I can't get enough of his music. I have it on all the time. I love to dance to it. I love to shuffle to it. I can have it on in the background. You guys want to check out his song Take It, his song Define, San Francisco, like all those ones. All those ones are so, so, so good. So definitely check out Dom Dalla as well if you guys are into tech house. But those are my results for the year, you guys. I really, really am happy with all of them. If you want more recommendations, I do a full episode. It's like an hour long on my podcast, Rave Culture Cast. It's called My Best of EDM, and I go into way more details and recommendations. So you're going to get a full list of my top tracks, my top artists, albums, record labels, collaborations, and then new and emerging artists as well. So definitely check that out because there was so much new music to discover this year. And yeah, I'm a big fan. So that's going to be coming out next Wednesday, so stay tuned for that. But definitely let me know what your Spotify Wrapped results were. I'm very curious to see what you guys all got. I don't think there were any surprises for me for the most part, but yeah, give this video a thumbs up if you guys enjoyed it. And if you're new here, I would absolutely love it if you would hit the subscribe button down below. I also have a playlist that I curate every single Friday called New Music Friday. So all the new releases in dance music. I like to do a mix of different genres, and I update it every Friday morning. So you guys can subscribe and follow that on Spotify down below if you want to discover new music every week. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye, guys.
Fall into you.